Om Stapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharma swarupine avatar varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Salutations to Bhagavan Ramakrishna, the establisher of all dharmas, while being the embodiment of all dharmas, and who is the best of the incarnations. Chapter 18 of the Bhagavad Gita is called Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, translated as the renunciation and liberation yoga. Yoga is chapter. I'll chant the traditional opening verse of the Bhagavad Gita. Om Partaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavatam Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitaamritavarshini Bhagavati Ashtadashadyayini Amba Tvam Anusandatami Bhagavad Gita Bhavatveshini. O Bhagavad Gita, it was through the help that Narayana, the Lord himself, brought enlightenment to Arjuna. Afterwards, Vyasa, a sage of ancient times, incorporated tea in the Mahabharata. O goddess, through thy 18 chapters, thou showerest the immortal nectar of the wisdom of non-duality and destroyest man's rebirth in this mortal world. O Mother, I meditate on thee. Those who have been during the first opening class of this 18th chapter, you see we have done 2 verses. We'll take the 3rd verse. I'll read it in Sanskrit and then we translate it, and those who have a book can follow it with your own translations. Those who can chant in Sanskrit can chant it along with me. Yajam doshavadyeke karma prahur manishinaha yajnadana tapak karma Nyatyajamiti chapare. Some learned persons say that action, karma, beset with evil should be given up. And others say that the practice of sacrifice, charity, and austerity should not be given up. He is presenting 2 views. the two ideas about karma. What is karma and why it should be given up? They say given up. Yeah. And who can give it up really? And there's the other view is you keep on doing karma, but give up the idea of results. That is a better way. And that is what has been preached by the Lord. Don't stop karma because you're eligible for karma. In the last class, I spoke about we are made by karma. Karma is everywhere. Everything that moves, everything that there's a movement, the vibration is a result of karma. The mind, there's a movement in the mind. The senses are constantly working. The intellect, everything in this world is a world of made by karma. This place wasn't like this. It was made by us, someone of us, and now we are here. So each one of us has the power to change the external world and also to change the internal world. So our bodies and minds can also be changed by karma, as well as we can see the external world. Swami Vivekananda says, nature says, go and live in the forest. And humanity says, I will cut down the forest and build a city. This is karma, action. Everything that we do, we say, and we think is karma. And it is a power, the only power in the world that we are all heir to is the power of karma. It can either be for good or for bad. And there are some karmas, the results of which come quickly. There are some, as you can see, we've been meditating and meditating and meditating, and we don't know. Where are we? We don't know. Things take a long time to fructify. Evil actions, as a rule, fructify quickly. Good actions, they take their own time. I wish things would have flipped. So we are all different, and yet we are the same. Each one of us is making our own life and our own world. This is karma. Not only this, but we come with karma. Yeah. Now, at least now they acknowledge that the child who is born is not born with a tabula rasa, the clean slate like this. And then you write on it. We come endowed with certain talents and faculties and knowledge. And that means it has been what you have done or set in motion a wheel, that cycle has to complete. Death does not stay the wheel of karma. No, it comes to you. People say, I've done it, now it's not my business, I'm going to die. It's going to come to you. So karma is one of the most powerful things that humans have to deal with. Because we find that in our world, the instinctive karma is done without any consciousness. There's no need for that. You are pumping your blood. You are actually running your whole body, but subconsciously. And we say, oh, it's nature is doing that. Yes, nature, and including you. And so, but on the conscious level, we find a great deal of power given in our hands. And then there is also the idea that it's not only transforming oneself, but one can transform others also through your karma. When we are doing something good, all the good waves in the atmosphere rush into us. And they say, and we keep on doing more and more good. And if you do anything bad, you get worse and worse. You'll see all the crows will sit down with the crows, gather with the crows. You see all the pigeons with the pigeons. Your karma attracts others' karmas to you. And you are attracted to others of that same vibration. So it means that karma is not only individual, it is collective. We act and react on each other, on the insentient world and on the sentient world also. So this karma, they're saying, some learned persons say that karma, actions, beset with evil as it is, should be given up. Everything is so nice, isn't it? Yeah, we touch. No, everything is not so nice. We all know. There's a facade. Everything is nice. Karma, like it can become a mighty weapon in your hand, can also be destructive to oneself. On the ultimate analysis, karma, whatever you do, has both good and bad results, because it's the world of relativity. And you will find that it's always, yeah, I wish I didn't do that. I wish I did that. Yeah, it's always like that. Karma will not give you a peace. Why? What's wrong? The real peace is on a different level, of course. It will lead you to it, but then it's not going to give you peace. Because once you're in the wheel of the world, you're being spun around. You just hang on for dear life. And then you see the whole world is passing by. Oh, gone. Every time, not only every time, every moment, nature presents us two things. Either one that will lead you to the good, and one will lead you to worldly prosperity, the ultimate good. So every moment, karma, as it were, is giving you a choice. Take this, and you will have something called immediate gratification. All right. Another one, oh, delayed gratification. We don't know when, but it will lead you to the highest good. It's called Shreyas and Prayas. So, karma, the world of karma presents to you this. Take. And you are the agent, you choose. Mostly, our choices are based on our own self-interest. And when we do that, that karma becomes, as it were, constricted. And when we don't do it for self-interest, then that karma gets expanded. So this karma, in the ultimate analysis, it's going to leave you interminably bound. You do something, you get the result, the consequence, and then you're impelled by that other thing, that consequence, and that consequence in its turn becomes an excitatory cause, the means. So we are bound by the laws of causation. You do one thing, it leads to another. That thing that leads you becomes in its turn the means, the cause and effect. And the effect becomes a cause and becomes another effect, another effect, and effect. And this goes on and on and on. But is there no freedom? So these guys say, get out of it. And it's like good advice. You got yourself into it, now get out of it. But that is difficult, to get out of the wheel. So Swami Vivekananda says, the China man who was the political prisoner, and he was in the prison for 50 years. And with the ascension of the new emperor, all political prisoners were freed. Okay. And for 50 years, the China man was sitting down, and he was used to the dungeon, to the darkness, to the damp, and to the insects and everything. He was pulled out, saying, "You're free, go." And the sunlight was so harsh, blinding, saying, "No, I want to go back." No, you're free. You get out. No way. Yeah, I want to go back. Most of us are like that. We may say big things. Oh, you see, God is there, He's the indweller in everybody. God is watching you. We know what. We were discussing the other day. We put a CCTV camera outside. So we put a note of caution. God is watching. But we have a camera. So it's like that. So these people are saying, no. All these what Vedanta has been trying to tell you, there is karma, yes, it's a powerful tool in one's hand. It can make or break you. There are results, and the results are not just commensurate with what you do. The last time we had discussed it, as I said, you set up a wave in the ocean, and that wave travels across the ocean. And everything that starts from the center comes back to the center. This is another law. It's a cyclic law of nature. You start something, it's going to come back. But in the meantime, it has picked up other similar waves. And when that old wave returns, it becomes very powerful. You had set up a small wave, and now it's become a huge wave. So there is one, that's an aspect of karma. This world is it's a very complex world. On a way, we are saying, what is taught in schools is not exactly what one encounters in the workplace or in any place. That's because of karma. It will rubbish all your theories. That's a good part of it. Leaves you. So Vedanta has been saying, you have this, okay, but it's not focusing on this guy, the doer of the karma. Who is this? And its whole plan is to unravel this person, because every one of us has two characteristics: the idea of a doer and the idea of an experiencer. Kartritva and bhoktritva idea. Without this, without the idea, I am the doer, no results will come and attach itself to you. And this has been discovered in Vedanta. If you're not attached to the results of your action, it's not going to come to you. You go blindly. Where's that guy who started the whole thing? Hey, you can't find him. Oh, her. What? Who's this? So the only way to get out of this chains is to think, I am not the doer. The problem is like here, you keep on saying, I'm not the doer. God is watching, but we have a camera. Sri Ramakrishna gives the example of a parrot that has been taught to mutter Radha, Krishna, names of God. But when the cat comes, it will only squawk. You'll forget everything. So when trials and temptations come, we only squawk. Oh, I'm suffering so much. So the idea of a doer has to be eliminated. And that is one of the easiest as well as the most difficult things. Like in the world, there are some things which are very easy. And yet, there's a difficulty there. Now, for those who have a belief, or those who believe in a personal God, God is a doer. And Sri Ramakrishna himself says, what is knowledge? God is a doer. I am an instrument. We see this idea also, not only you do something for somebody else and you're not taking credit, your reputation is not enhanced. Silently you do things for others. And you find one thing, it gives you a little peace of mind. You feel a little expansive. You're not looking for, oh, they will kind of praise me or blame me, or they just quietly do something. So this is what is called the purification of the mind. So now the idea of a doership is being eliminated. Or you can say, well, as the Bhagavad Gita is saying, those who are of that intellectual temperament I am not the doer. Nature works. And I say, this is me. No. So the senses are going towards the object and they are reacting in the form of pleasure or pain. And I get identified with that pleasure or pain. So it's saying, Guna Gunesha Vartate. Nature itself is working. Oh, I'm feeling thirsty. Actually, there's something in your body which is telling you go and drink. What should you say? I am feeling thirsty. The body is feeling thirsty. You can go and drink that. Oh, I'm feeling sleepy. Yeah. The body is running its own show. The senses are designed to engage with this external world. It is going and coming. The mind is interacting with them. And we are now saying, oh, this is me. I'm seeing, I'm hearing, I'm tasting, I'm touching, I'm talking. So this sense of identity has to be replaced with either nature is doing all her work, not me, or God is a doer. We sing in our Ramnam, Sakali Tumari Icha Icha Maya. Everything is your will, oh Divine Mother Kali. You do your own works, but people say that they're mine. This I and mine, it's extremely difficult to come out of it. Just impossible. Even the greatest ones. So later on, he will say there are the three types of agency, that is, three types of agent: the sattvic, the rajasic, and the tamasic. They are of different characteristics. But here he's saying, give it up. You can't understand. They see the negative side, the karma side. As long as you are thinking, even you raise a wave in your mind, you're caught. Everything you do, you're setting in motion the law of causation. And that is coming and grabbing you over and over and over again. It's inevitable. So give it up. They're saying some learned persons say that karma, action, beset with evil. Why did it say evil? Not evil in the sense of it's satanic and all that. No. Because bondage. It creates a bondage. Should be given up. Everything that leads you to bondage should be given up. I say. And others, the other wise, learned persons say that the practice of sacrifice, charity, and austerity should not be given up. So you can give up every other thing, but these three things should not be given up. They should last a lifetime. We'll see first is the practice of sacrifice. It has been extolled in all the scriptures of the world. Sacrifice. In the old days, it was these fire sacrifices. You take the oblations and pour it in the fire. What oblations? Things that you have procured or you have earned it. That's another thing. You cannot steal or pilfer it and then make a homa. Things you have worked for and labored, those are the things one needs to sacrifice to the gods. The fire is just a carrier of the gods. And so there's the whole chapter on the Bhagavad Gita, one section that talks about Gyan. But if you look at our own lives, forget scriptures. Like in the Bible also, we have Cain and Abel and all this, Abraham asking, go and sacrifice. All the scriptures. But here comes Vedanta and says, everything that you do for others without the idea of gain or loss is a sacrifice. You sacrifice your time, you sacrifice your energy, you sacrifice your peace of mind also. Oh yeah. Why? Why sacrifice? I've got some money, why should I sacrifice? See what happens. Oh, it will pinch me. I wanted to have a cup of coffee, and now I've given that money to a homeless. That guy is having a cup of coffee, and I am here without. Oof. These guys will not be able to sacrifice because their minds are kind of narrow. But if you sacrifice, why? Why should we sacrifice? For personal growth. The only way for personal growth is to sacrifice. And the basis of sacrifice is unselfishness. This is what marks one individual from another. How much can the person sacrifice? And if you can, you are the greater. People remember these people who sacrifice. Somehow, the world does not forget these characters. But if you're constantly grasping things, the world quickly wants to forget you. You have a half-life of a few years. You do something, gone. When you see there's a nobility in sacrifice, not a futility, you will find that person may be deprived at that moment, but that person is on to win the lottery. The personal growth. So sacrifice, Swami Vivekananda says, has been the law in the past, and it will be forever, for ages to come. If you see your own life, those times you have really been happy is when you have sacrificed. Yeah, you can see these mothers, how they sacrifice. They grumble. But then you see, they're doing that. They're doing it all for the child. And then you can see, well, everything depends on the sacrifice. Not only that, we are in a way emulating a universal sacrifice that's going on. When God wanted to create this world, you know what he said, what he did? He performed a sacrifice. And what did he sacrifice? Itself. So this is one of the old hymns in the Rig Veda called the Purusha Sukta. And out of that self-sacrifice has emerged the whole of creation. This is the law in nature. If you can't sacrifice, people come and say, Swami, I'm so unhappy, I'm so sad. I know what's wrong with you. I don't tell it to them. You're off the rails. You're not one with the universe. When you are even a little self-sacrificing, you will find you are with the world. And the world will not appear as terrible and miserable and painful and idiotic. You will find people say, what's the meaning of life? Sacrifice. And be one with this universe. So these guys say sacrifice should not be stopped. Okay, keep on sacrificing. They say everybody should sacrifice. Then he's saying charity. Charity. Which religion worth its salt does not teach charity? It's everywhere. Have to be. Somehow, not I, but thou. You're putting someone else before you. And this is how societies and communities and all grow. You don't need to, charity, there are 3 types of charity, Swami Vivekananda says. One is Annadan, Pranadan, and Vidyadan. One is to, like, they are preparing sandwiches and jelly and peanut sandwiches, going to the homeless and this and that, and giving food, all right, clothes, etc. This is the lowest form of charity. Go on, don't worry. It's the basic needs. You're fulfilling others' basic needs. Why? Because someone else is fulfilling your basic needs also. It's always a give and take. Swami Vivekananda gives the example of a room which is without, turn off the air conditioner and the doors and windows are closed, and I'll guarantee you, after half an hour, we'll all make a beeline for the door, trying to open it. This air itself, which keeps us alive here, will turn poisonous. So life, if it is too closed, will become poisonous. It will become rancid. It will stagnate. So open the doors and windows of your life, and first thing when you open the window, oh, that's fresh air. That's what life is. So you have to be charitable. Why? Because everything is, in a way, going to build you up, and you also help others build themselves up. The trees, the plants, the birds, the animals, and all are contributing to your welfare. And you also should be able to contribute to others' welfare in your own capacity. So the first is Annadan, charitable, gift of food. Then higher than that is the gift of life. You save somebody, that's a higher gift. It's not only human life, but all life. You try to save all life. Don't try to go on killing everything. Because at times you have become so destructive. We see a insect, that guy has not done anything to us. We'll walk on it. Serve that guy right. What's that? He was not counting on being squashed. So all types of life. It's a gift of life. To save something or somebody. And the higher gift is the gift of knowledge. Because even if you save somebody's life, that person is as dull and ignorant, it's not much use to you or to the world. So Vidyadan, so gift of knowledge. That's the highest gift. And in this world, in this age, where spiritual disciplines are extremely difficult to practice, very difficult. First, people are averse to listening or talking about God. Ah, what is this? What is it talking about God? Let's go for a party. And what will they do for the party? They will jump and dance and say, we had a nice time. All right. People are, Sri Ramakrishna said, people in this age are averse to taking God's name. Yeah. So in this age, which is difficult to live for a person who believes in God, you better keep your beliefs to yourself. Or if you are strong enough, you can challenge others and show that their beliefs are all illusory. But even if you don't, nature itself will teach you. Oh yeah, nature is a great, great teacher. He's saying, with clenched fist we come to grab, and nature puts a hand on your throat and makes you open it up. So if you are not going to learn on yourself, by yourself, nature will going to teach you. So in this age where everything is, so Vyasa says that the gift, the spiritual gift of spiritual knowledge is the best form of gift in this world. So charity and austerity. Oh my God. If your life is not based on austerity in the sense, that person is very austere. What happened? Instead of 10 pairs of shoes, that person has gotten 2 pairs of shoes. All right, very austere, very ascetic. Instead of 20 pair of jeans, he's got only 2 pairs of jeans. Very ascetic. No, austerity, tapasya, means the one-pointedness that is attained through the body, the senses, and the mind. When you do something, suppose you are learning music, like Oliver is playing. Ask him how long he's been playing. He'll tell you. So anything that you do, your focus has to be complete. Music is not only played by the fingers. You ask him, I don't play music, but I know a little of it. Tell you that your body, your senses, your mind, your whole self is at that point one-pointed. So whether you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're playing music, or meditating, it is that one-pointedness. That is called tapasya, austerity, one-pointedness. And what does it do? It eradicates, first, impurities. Secondly, it builds up power. In the old days, we used to read about all these sages, and the way they used to sometimes, when they are displeased, they used to say, they will curse you. Like there was Durvasa and all these great sages. May ruin befall you. And ruin used to be. But then they knew that there's something that world needs by that guy's ruin for now. But they used to kind of try to explain it. So what happens is, Sri Ramakrishna says, now it's very difficult to practice austerities in this age. So how do we practice it? Sri Ramakrishna says, in this age, the only one austerity is speaking the truth. See how much you have to struggle. Oh my God. What did I say? No, that. I shouldn't have said that. So in this age, it is speaking the truth. Now again, he says, make your mind and your speech one. Start with you. So that's austerity. What happens? Oh, you'll become fearless. You will not quake, even if death comes. If you're established in truth. So in the in India's symbol, there's a pillar. It's called Ashoka's pillar. Ashoka was one of the greatest emperors, and over it there are the 4 lions. And down below is written Satyameva Jayate Nanritam Satyena Panta Vitato Devayana. Truth alone triumphs, not untruth. Truth is the way open to the gods. So it's in the Mundakopanishad, Satyameva Jayate. And again, which religion says go and tell lies? No. No religion has ever said, oh, you use deception. There are the commentators who say, no, you can use deception. So there was one Swami, Holy Mother tried once. She, in the sense of, she's seeing Sri Ramakrishna's well-being is at stake. He has to be fed nutritious. So she used to boil down the milk till it became very condensed. And so Golapma came, and I think Golapma, yeah. She comes and she brings that meal to Sri Ramakrishna. So he said, how much is this milk? I think it's not so thick. So no, I don't know what is this. And she says that it was boiled down. It was more boiled. No wonder. And then saying, I'll fall ill if I do. And then he fell ill. And then Golapma is saying, Golapma Yoginma, I think one of the two things. He's saying, mother says, no, you can tell a fib for someone's welfare, but that also never worked. There was one Swami Ranganathananda. He was a very great, he became the 13th president. So when he was a president, same thing, similar episode had occurred. They wanted to, he was very frugal in his habits. So they wanted to give him extra nourishment. So they were boiling down the milk, making it more condensed. So he caught on it. So how much is this? No, Swami, we have condensed it, so you can, because he wants that one quantity, half a cup of milk. So it boiled it down to a full cup and made a half. So saying, no, take away this milk. Then the attendant is saying, see, even Holy Mother tried this. Because she loved Sri Ramakrishna, that's why she was trying to, no, less of love, more of truth. I should remember, more of truth. Truthfulness. Say things as they are. It takes tremendous courage. Tremendous courage. This is the austerity. And if you can do it, so why should you stop from this? Sacrifice, charity, and austerity should not be given up. It's true. These things should not be given up. Because everywhere you'll find that they have been sacrifices, charity, and austerities is meant for the good of the world. You'll find it. It's always for the good of the world. Even speaking the truth is for the good of the world. Always. So you are now coming out of your old shell, that old world of illusions that you had perfected. There is an external world where everybody can see it. But our response to this same world is different because our minds are different. Sometimes the minds are at different levels. We don't have one mind. We have one mind, but it has various forms. They say Bahurupi. You know what this is? Bahurupi is like many forms, like a chameleon, changes, keeps on changing. So they say that mind is one, but it has various forms, and depends what your state of mind is. This Apart from this external world, there is an internal world that we have created, again through our karma, through our thoughts. This external world is not in any way trying to bind you. No. You're saying, oh, the karma binds. Not this external world. It's not trying to bind you. What binds you is your internal world. The world that you have created out of your desires, your imaginations, and your hopes, and dreams, and illusions, and everything that you have created there in that your inner world, you are the king or queen. There's no one there. Only you exist. And if others exist, they are subservient to you. There, you are the most intelligent, the most learned, the most rich, there you are. You can see it. Let the mind, just let it float out. Don't just hold it. Don't hold it with some work or some engagement or something like that. Let it flow. The mind will resort to imagination. And what do you imagine? Oh, your inner world. Oh, and what do you do with the inner world? You start projecting those things outside you. The wall should have been painted gray, lousy color, and this and that, and you're projecting. You're trying to conform your inner world, imaginary world, with the outer world, and which will never sink. That's why we are always dissatisfied. It will never sink. This world will go on its own. There are too many players out there. This guy thinks, nobody looking at me. Nobody loves me. But I can love everybody, but nobody loves me. There is it. These are the delusions. So it is this inner world that is cracked open, broken by this sacrifice, charity, and austerity. And once it's cracked, it's all good. So excuse me. So I'll read it again. Some learned persons say that action, karma, is beset with evil and should be given up. And others say that the practice of sacrifice, charity, and austerity should not be given up. These three words, sacrifice, austerity, and charity, are very ancient words, found in the earliest sections of the Vedas. Tasmad brahmana pandityam yagnena danena tapasa anashakena. So these three things are always there. Somehow they have been always been mentioned all together: sacrifices, charity, and austerity. So there's a very long commentary by Shankaracharya. We won't go into that because Shankara has come. He wants to establish the superiority of the steadfastness in knowledge. He's saying there are two: steadfastness in knowledge and steadfastness in yoga. So in this world, he says, Lokesmin Vivida Nishta, it's in the 3rd chapter. Pura Prokta Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam Karma Yoga. Jnana Yoga is for the Sankhyas, those who are the learned ones. And Karma Yoga is for the yogis. From the very beginning of creation, these two streams have been there. So steadfastness in knowledge comes to only a few. Those who can withdraw their senses and their mind, which is under their will, you can pull it out, and so they are competent only not for all this sacrifice, austerity, charity. They will not be able to do these things. For instance, like Sri Ramakrishna, when after his all his attainments, there's something called offering of the waters to the ancestors. Yeah. So he cupped the water and he's trying to offer it. You offer it to the gods, you offer it to the ancestors, you offer it to the world, whole world. So, and his fingers, the water is just fall through his fingers, run through his fingers. He's trying to do it, and then he's saying, look, I can't even do this tarpana. I can't. Then he came saying, of course. Saying there was one manager in the office, he's saying, oh, you have attained the state of Kalita Hasta. That is, you will not be able to grasp anything. Meaning, your eye cannot grasp anything anymore. So when you attain to that state, all your actions drop off. You cannot do any actions. So when Hazara, another character there in, so he's saying, see, you should do little spiritual discipline. All you're just laughing and joking and with these young boys. And you should actually, you're a holy man. People will see that he is doing little rosary, he's rolling his rosary around his fingers. So Sri Ramakrishna takes the rosary and his left hand, just turns it 1 and 2 bits, and he gets into such a deep samadhi, it was difficult for him to come down. So his actions had dropped off. So all actions had dropped off. So these are the people of few and far in between. Like there was a Trilinga Swami. He was a great soul who lived in Benares. He used to just sit down there, doing nothing, sleeping around on the hot sands of that, on the banks of the river. You cannot even walk on that hot sand. This guy is sleeping. He's oblivious of everything. And he was so sunburned, doing nothing, sleeping out in the sun, fully sunburned. But since Sri Ramakrishna saw he was of golden color. So their very presence illumines the world. Yes. You see, there is a saying that this world will go to the dogs. Nowadays in America, we say it goes to the dogs. It's a nice place, isn't it? Okay. The dogs are so loved here. Gone to the dogs. Oh, good, nice place. In India, we say gone to the dogs means gone, finished. The idea is not to. There has to be some knows of Brahman in this world. Otherwise, this world will go to rack and ruin. People say they are going reading books. I have read Vedanta. And people go on YouTube. I have heard Vedanta. And this and that. And Vedanta. Oh, yeah. These are not the real means of why you are going to Vedanta. There is somewhere a knower of Brahman who is beyond all actions, but yet he is inspiring every soul to look for the deeper meaning within themselves. That person may be hidden somewhere, in some cave or somewhere. It doesn't matter. Fools like us are going around. So their light brings this knowledge of Brahman to the people. I don't tell people, I don't dissuade them. Oh, I watched this, I watched that on YouTube, I this and that. Hey, go on. Some more, go for some more. We know what the reason is. There's some, not one or two, some embodied souls who have realized a Brahman. It's their influence that is. You can also say because Sri Ramakrishna himself has brought this knowledge of Brahman, it is now spreading all over this world. So at that stage, this person cannot do any work. Swami Vivekananda says, they are too near God to be active and to be fighting and shouting. They can only melt down in love. So these are the people who are beyond work. They cannot do anything. But their very presence illumines the whole world. So he was trying to establish this knowledge and this yoga. These are meant, all this meant for the unenlightened. Woo! Yeah, he doesn't mince words, see, Shankaracharya. This yagnya, dana, and tapa, this austerities and charity and sacrifice, meant for the unenlightened who are on the way to enlightenment. But they are still unenlightened. So they are eligible for this. So who is eligible for this? People who are unenlightened and who want enlightenment, they are taking it. But people who have gone beyond, who are established in knowledge, they don't have to do that. Okay. So that is the burden, the whole burden of his long commentary. It's a So tyajam dosha vadityeke karma prahur manishin. Sanskrit is so beautiful. No? I could take one word and keep on. So anyways, we are not here for the Sanskrit. We are here for the. Okay, the next one, the fourth verse. It's translated as, "Oh, the most excellent amongst the descendants of Bharata, hear from me the firm conclusion regarding that tyaga, renunciation. For, O greatest among men, tyaga, renunciation, has been clearly declared to be of three kinds. Now the Lord steps in. He gives the opinion of some say like this, some say like this. Now listen to me, the conclusion. Now, all these eulogistic, the most excellent amongst descendants of Bharata, and say, oh, greatest among men. What is this? Why should we be like Flotsam and Jetsam, and this guy is getting all the praise? And it is trying to awaken his own sense of dignity and honor. Sri Ramakrishna says, Maner Hush, who's a person, one who is conscious of one's dignity as a human being. Maner Hush. Hush means to be kind of alert, one's own dignity. You should not behave like an animal. Yeah. When you go and shout and fight and hit and break, even now that is also objectionable. You cannot say, hey, don't be an animal. It looks like animals are better than us. They object to it. Yeah. You see a lot of animals, they are better than us in many respects. So even that is now objectionable. So you should not behave in a inhuman fashion. That's a better way. So, the most excellent amongst the descendants of Bharata. Bharata he was a great sage, a king, and his descendants all were great. That was a very ancient lineage. It has prestige. And now, after many, many, many years and centuries and millennia, there were these two branches, and now these guys are fighting. It was a civil war there. The two branches of the lineage are now quarreling, fighting. The Pandavas and the Kauravas. But that he's hearkening back to the ancestor of this lineage. Be careful. And you are the best in this lineage, old lineage. So that's why the name of India is what, Bharata. Bharata, because we all descendants from Bharata. Bharata. Bharata is to shine. And greatest among men. And now I don't know what is translated in your book. What's that?
Learn from me, O best of the Bharatas. O tiger among men.
Yes, a tiger. The tiger among men that's it. So the tiger among men. It's not that the man is a tiger. The tiger is a man. The power and the fearlessness, etc. The tiger among men. So undefeatable. So he was so to awaken his own self-confidence. That is the idea. Sometimes people say, what are you doing? How can you do this? Don't you know who your father was? Your grandfather was such a great man. And how can you stoop so low? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Because one thing is there in this world. It is reputation. If that goes, everything is gone. You may be the richest person. Try it out. And then you'll be. Okay. It's a reputation. Everything hangs on this. You may be poor, but you're not going to say, you'll try to keep your reputation intact. Suppose you get caught pinching something and you're caught, oh my God, gone. Everything is destroyed. Then how to face society? So he's telling you, you've got this reputation. You just don't become like a kind of a sloppy, useless fellow. So I'll read the Sanskrit, those who can read the Sanskrit. Nishchayam shrinu me tatra tyage bharata sattamam tyago hi purusha vyagra trividaha samprakirtitaha. So renunciation has been declared, has been spoken of three types. Swami Vivekananda gives a nice example. In the case of Bhagavan Buddha, it was renunciation because he had something to renounce. He renounced his kingdom and also his wife and child also and everything. And for the good of the world, he came out. But that same, a beggar cannot be saying, it's a great renunciation. So compared to, we are supposed to be renunciants. That beggar there on the homeless, look at these guys. Got out of the car, came out and wearing all these clothes. What kind of renunciation? I am a real renunciant. I'm on the streets. I'm without food. I'm a bigger renunciant than this guy who claims that he's a renunciant. So you have to be careful. So they say there are three. There was one Swami who is still alive. He's pretty old now. He must be close to 90. He grew up in St. Louis and then and he served Swami Nikhilananda for many years. For many, many years. So Nikhilananda, the one who translated all the Bhagavad Gita, so he is pestering the Swami. No, I want to become a monk. So Nikhilananda said, no, I really want to be a monk. So he's saying, what have you got that you're going to renounce? So he's looking, well, I'm a school teacher. You throw a stone, you'll get hit 20 school teachers. What's so great about school teacher? Then he's saying, Nikhilananda is saying, you earn $1 million, come and show it to me, and then you renounce that. You must have something to renounce. So I'm without a jobless, homeless person will say, I'm full of renunciation. I have no job, you see. I have no home. I've down no home, Swamiji said. But that we know what could. That person is not going to get a benefit of that renunciation. The pseudo. The moment he gets a job, he'll run out. Like Sri Ramakrishna says, a person left out with the spirit of renunciation. He goes to Benares up there and then he gets a job, he writes back, don't worry, I'll be back after some time. I got a job here. Okay. So Sri Ramakrishna used to call it the monkey renunciation. Monkeys are like that. They're very restless. They'll grab something and after some, they'll catch it. The renunciation is like, there are other renunciations which are like smashana, that somebody sees their loved ones or something died or they have gone to the cremation ground, and then you see the body buried or being burnt. Oh, this world is ephemeral, unreal. You really feel that life is going to end up like this. And you feel great dispassion. I don't want this. I want only God. And after some time, back to the old ways. It's called Punar Mushika Bhava. Become a mouse again. Oh, you don't know about that Punar Mushika? Okay, it will be a diversion, but I'd rather tell you. There was a small mouse who was lived in the same house as a sage. But there was also a cat. And that cat used to harass that mouse. So one day the mouse goes to this, please do something. I cannot live like this, running about, tortured. So turn me into a cat. Yeah, done. Okay. The next day, the mouse finds himself a cat. And now he's already going to tackle the other cat. But when he sees the other cat, it runs away. It runs and it's hiding. Then somehow it goes back to the sage, is saying, can you turn me into a dog? Because that dog is bigger than a cat. Oh, sure. Now the dog is now very supremely confident. The cat will look at me and get frightened. And when the cat comes, the dog flees. Runs away. Then he's going to the sage, please do something. Turn me into a tiger. The tiger is bigger, and the cat will definitely get frightened looking at a tiger. So it turns into a tiger. The tiger is now coming out. It's a huge body. Tigers are the biggest animals, like cats, if you like. And the cat looks at the tiger, and the tiger runs away. And then, please turn me into something big, maybe an elephant. Said, no, it won't work. Because you have the heart of a mouse. Even if you change all your body, you have the heart of a mouse. So Punar Mushika Bhava, you go back to becoming a mouse back. Go again. And he's been then chased all over the Vedantic. So even all these trappings and all will not do. You have the heart has to be full of renunciation. So Swamiji, when he came once to Sri Ramakrishna, he saw a thick mattress, not thick, but mattress on Sri Ramakrishna's bed. And he looked, holy men with a mattress? Because holy men are not, at least now it's become common there in India. The mattress? You're using a mattress? What kind of holy man is this? So he looks at, so Sri Ramakrishna Sala, he's saying, rascal, you do 1/16 of what I've done, I'll give you a thick mattress. So Swamiji had let go during that time. After years and years, Swamiji has now, towards the end of his life, Josephine MacLeod from here, they sent a spring mattress for him. And it had come by ship and they were assembling. And Swamiji came, he saw the thick mattress and he began weeping. Sri Ramakrishna kept his promise. And I've done only 1/16 of what he has done. And who is greater than Swamiji as a kind of a Paramahamsa? But Sri Ramakrishna. So you must have something to give up. That's the idea. So you cannot, I have nothing, so I've given up everything. I've lost everything in gambling. I've given up everything. I've given up. Yeah. Is that renunciation? No. So there are some extreme examples in the scriptures. Oh my God. So there are different types, different classes. There are some people who can give up small things. There are some who can give up big things. So another example. See, Ramakrishna is very humorous. So one wife comes to the husband and is saying, "You are useless, nothing, you're lazy, you're attached to me so much and house and everything. Hopeless. Look at that neighbor of her saying 16 wives of his, he's giving them up one by one. Every day he's giving them up. Saying, what? Is this the way to give up wives? 16 wives? Here I am. He takes his towel and puts on her. Here I am coming. See you. Goes away. Giving up little by little. No. Renunciation has to be like a sword. Out. This is harmful for me. Let go. The world is illusory. Give it up. Oh, not tomorrow. Maybe day after tomorrow. Oh, okay. So we know where exactly you stand in the degree of renunciation. Sorry, Sri Ramakrishna, out. So the ones who just, they are the sattvic types. They can, without blinking an eye, they can do it. The others, Rajasic, they cannot let go of the idea of power. They want power. They simply just want more and more and more and this. I'll give up everything, but I will not give up this. It's difficult for them. And then all power in its final analysis will bring pain. Then it's very painful for them. And then they want to renounce the pain, but they don't want to renounce the power. No, power. So that's a Rajaguna. Tamaguna, there's a dark. That person confused. The Bhagavad Gita itself says, adharmam dharmam itiya. That which is adharma is taken as dharma. Lassitude, sloth, laziness, everything. Seeing things in a different light, perspective. The opposite. If somebody says, this is good, he will bring all the faults. No, this is not good. Fault finding. So these are the tamasic ones. So you will have, that's why you say Trivida. There are three types. There are three. So you cannot expect that person who's a sattvic to have that same degree of renunciation as this person or that person. It depends on the personality. It depends on one's spiritual orientation, how fast one wants to realize God. Sri Ramakrishna used to sing a song, Banata Banata Banjai. Okay, brother, keep on doing slowly and slowly, you will attain that. And Sri Ramakrishna, that? What is Banata? Now, get it now. So, how intense is your desire for truth, for reality? And according to that intensity, you will do the renunciation. Your renunciation will be done accordingly. Yeah, okay, we'll read this a little once more and then we'll open it for Q. Though there was something more to go for. So, of the most excellent amongst the descendants of Bharata, it's like, oh, you are the best of the descendants of Bharata. Hear from me the firm conclusion regarding that tyaga, renunciation. For, O greatest among men, Arjuna, tyaga, renunciation, has been clearly declared to be of three types. Three types. And why is he not enumerating it? Because in the previous chapter, those things have already been enumerated. So it's a kind of a punarukti dosh. That is the fault of repeating things again. We'll keep on saying the same thing. In the scriptures, it's called the fault of repeating yourself. Don't repeat yourself. When you say something, say once and say for all times. People keep on, oh, yeah, I'm so good, I'm so good, I'm so good. Oh, I'm so bad. Hey, keep quiet. Don't. So he doesn't want to go into that. Again, he'll bring up things which you're supposed to have already heard there. So it's three types: sattva, rajas, tamas. So tamas is lassitude, darkness, sloth, crime, hatred, anger, jealousy, all these things. Rajaguna is power and passion and the drive and the tremendous energy. And the sattva is purity, light, peace, joy. So where are these? Oh, it's everywhere. It is the components of nature. They are in the primal state. These three gunas were there. They start combining and recombining, and the permutations and combinations has given up this whole. So those three gunas, the three qualities, are in us. In our bodies are made of this, our senses are made of this, our minds are made of this. Everywhere all objects have these three qualities. Everything. It is found more in sentient things. You can see. So humanity, there are three types of humanity. According to, there's one predominant. All the three are there, but there will be one predominant. So it's everywhere. And when one's giving up takes the form of the sattva in you, that means sattva is predominant. So the type of food you like, the type of friends you go for, the type of your language, your everything will smack of one of these three gunas. Oh, you can see. So there are some people who are very sattvic. There are some who are very rajasic. And there are some very tamasic. You can see it. It's there everywhere. You can catch it. Once you see it, oh. So people say, oh, I'm so sattvic. It's tamasic. Because sometimes sattva appears like as if it is tamas. Calm, quiet. Externally is quiet, calm. Internally, that guy is feeling murderous. I wish I will go and catch that fellow and hit that. But so these are the three. And then proceed. He will proceed. He will give us some hints later on. We stop here for today.